Hello and welcome to Courage to Overcome. On this podcast, I'll be talking about emotionally destructive relationships and narcissistic behavioral patterns from a Christian biblical perspective with a bit of psychology. My aim is to share what I've learned to help support and empower other people going through toxic issues in their romantic and intimate relationships. So if you're interested in this type of content, please like, subscribe or follow, or even share with someone who may find this useful. So since I'm going to be talking about narcissistic relationships, narcissistic traits, I might as well start by giving a definition of who a narcissist is and basically the symptoms. So what is a narcissist? Now, the term narcissist has been used so loosely nowadays in our culture. So if a person is taking loads of selfies and posting on social media, they're a narcissist. If they're arrogant, they're a narcissist. Though these can be narcissistic traits, there are a particular set of behavioral traits that identify an individual as a narcissist. So a narcissist is a person who has an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others. But behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. I got this reference from the Mayo Clinic. In the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, DSM-5, narcissistic personality disorder is defined as comprising a pervasive pattern of grandiosity in fantasy or behavior, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts, as indicated by the presence of at least 5 of the following 9 criteria. Number 1, a grandiose sense of self-importance. 2, a preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. A belief that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high-status people or institutions. A need for excessive admiration, a sense of entitlement, interpersonally exploitative behavior, a lack of empathy, envy of others or a belief that others are envious of him or her, a demonstration of arrogant and haughty behaviors or attitudes. So therefore, we would classify someone who has been diagnosed by a mental health professional, either it could be a psychologist or psychiatrist, and possess at least 5 of the above mentioned criteria as someone suffering from narcissistic personality disorder traits. So most people who present with these behaviors would not go to a psychologist unless they've been forced to by the courts or whatever, to be diagnosed, as they already think that nothing is wrong with them. So we can use the above categories to identify that someone is narcissistic or not. So the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders is the handbook used by healthcare professionals in the United States and much of the world as the authoritative guide to the diagnosis of mental disorders. DSM contains descriptions, symptoms, and other criteria for diagnosing mental disorders. So I'm just going to go over the symptoms again. I might be repeating some things as well. So signs and symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder and the severity of symptoms vary. People with the disorder can have an exaggerated sense of self-importance, grandiosity, have a sense of entitlement and require constant excessive admiration, expect to be recognized as superior, even without achievements that warrant it, exaggerate achievements and talents, be preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate, believe they are superior and can only associate with equally special people. Other symptoms that can be recognized also are monopolizing conversations, belittling or looking down on people they perceive as inferior, expect special favors and unquestioning compliance with their expectations, the sense of entitlement there, taking advantage of others to get what they want, exploitative, manipulative, have an inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others, that's the lack of empathy, be envious of others and believe others envy them, behave in an arrogant or haughty manner, coming across as conceited, boastful and pretentious, insist on having the best of everything, for instance, the best car or office. At the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder have trouble handling anything they perceive as criticism, and they can become impatient or angry when they don't receive special treatment, have significant interpersonal problems and easily feel slighted, react with rage or contempt and try to belittle the other person to make themselves appear superior, have difficulty regulating emotions and behaviors with tantrums, outbursts of anger, experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change, feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection, have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, vulnerability and humiliation. So these are the symptoms of a narcissist. And if you can identify other particular traits or add to that list, please let me know in the comment section. So why are narcissists a problem? They become a problem when they interact with others, most especially in intimate and close relationships. They are extremely toxic, demonic individuals. The way they treat other people is horrible. They don't care how they treat others, as they have a lack of empathy. They lie, they cheat, they manipulate to get their own way, exploit, devalue, gaslight, blame others for their own flaws, no accountability for their own actions at all. Even when they're caught doing something really bad, they will take no accountability and they will not apologize. They never seem to have healthy relationships, moving from one relationship to another, leaving a pile of traumatized victims in their wake. Some of their victims who have suffered at the hands of very malignant narcissists are unable to overcome the abuse and have also been driven to suicide. Some suffer from serious mental issues as a result of being in a relationship with a narcissist. So narcissists are not very nice people, and having a relationship with them should be avoided at all costs, especially to protect your sanity. So if you have any doubts about what is a narcissist, I hope I was able to clarify the definition for you. Please comment, like, share, and I'll meet with you in my next episode. Bye.